Hello everyone, welcome back to another review, and this time we're going to be covering the 2010 remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm going to make this review very short and very sweet because this movie, I don't like it at all. This movie is a poor recreation of the original movie. It rips off scenes and does them shoddily. The characters are so thin, the characters in this movie are so uninteresting, and the performances are so bland and boring and wooden that I feel like falling asleep every time I watch this thing. This movie is so boring, it literally puts me to sleep. Now, I'm not going to say that everything about this movie is boring because it's not. This movie does pull out a couple of gems here and there, but for the most part, it's just a big bore. And for the most part, the teenage characters that I'm supposed to care about, I just want to see Freddie Gellin because they're bored putting me to sleep. Rooney Mara, the actress who plays Nancy, she deserves to have her acting license revoked because she's terrible. She looks so uninterested in this movie. I just want to go to the screen, smack across the face and say, act. She's so boring. She looks like she's ready to fall asleep. Then you got this other guy called Kyle Gallagher, who's playing her like the love interest, Quentin. In every scene he's in, he looks like he's ready to bust out crying. He looks so mopey, he's like, oh. And the chemistry between those two is just non-existent. They have zero on-screen chemistry. Not once for 1 second did I ever buy any romantic tension between these two. Then you have this, character of Jesse who's like a douche, and he's a douche. And you got the character of Chris, played by Katie Cassidy, and she's alright. She's clearly, in this movie, she's clearly the better actress than Rooney Mara, and it kind of makes you wonder why they didn't just swap the roles. Because I could watch, at least Katie Cassidy was pretending to be scared, pretending to act, and I was okay with it. There were some dream sequences in this movie that I thought were pretty well done. I especially like near the end of the movie, where Nancy and Quentin are in this pharmacy, and it keeps bouncing back from dream and reality, and I thought that was a pretty cool effect. Actually, I thought that was pretty cool, because Nancy's starting to daydream. This thing, tells us that we can experience micro naps, which causes you to dream while you're still awake. So I like that whole little effect that was happening. I thought that was pretty cool visual. The kills, only 3 people die in this movie, and the kills are boring. Let's see, first kill. Pretty much Freddy stabs someone with a butter knife. Second kill, a poor as fuck recreation of Tina's death scene. See, Tina's death scene was atmospheric. It was intense. It was creepy. In this one, it looks like a goddamn Roadrunner cartoon. Think about that. And of course, not only that, the recreations don't stop there. They also do a half-assed recreation of Freddy coming through the wall. How in the first movie it was done practically, and it was nuanced and atmospheric and creepy. In this one, it was a CGI mess, and it looked like shit. It really looked like shit. And then they recreated the whole scene where Nancy sees Tina in a sleeping bag, in a body bag, and again, it looked like crap. So yeah, this movie tried way too hard to recreate a lot of these scenes, and to me, it's like they didn't understand how these scenes worked. That's the thing. A lot of the recreations, they're half-assed, they're shoehorned in, and these people did not understand how it worked. The director, Samuel Bayer, he's a hack. I hate him. He's terrible. This man can't create tension to save his life. He relies too heavily on jump scares. This movie holds the record for so many jump scares in a movie. After the 5th one, I'm ready to jump out the damn windows. I can't take it anymore. Samuel Bayer, I hope he never gets work again because he sucks. The writing in this movie is trash. Now, I understand that Wes Craven's original idea for Freddy was to make him a child molester. However, Wes Craven had enough sense not to go down that route because it would cause a lot of controversy. Especially when the original movie was being made, teachers were being accused of child molestation. And Wes Craven switched it from child molester to child killer. However, the child molestation aspect of Freddy became subtext in the original film. This movie decided to make Freddy a child molester. That was stupid. It was sucked. It was an unnecessary change, and to me, it was tasteless. I don't want to see scenes of kids even being hinted at being molested. I have sense as a human being. I don't want to watch that crap. All right, I don't care if you have a child killer. A child molester is worse to me than a child killer. I don't want to see scenes of kids, being touched in places they shouldn't be touched. All right, that's fucking gross. It's disgusting. And also, this movie had the balls to go down the route of making Freddy seem sympathetic and like a wrong man accused. No, I don't want to feel sorry for Freddy. Freddy's a child killer. Child killers don't deserve sympathy, they deserve death. However, I will give this movie this. I did like, seeing, the actual, mob hunt down Freddy and burn him alive, because in previous movies they just talked about it. We never actually saw it, so I can appreciate that. So that was okay. And my last positive, and yeah, this movie, like I said, this movie has more negatives than positives, but there's one positive I do like, and that is Jackie Earle Haley. I overall like Jackie Earle Haley as an actor. I think he's awesome. For the most part, to me, he's the best part of this movie. And at the same time, the movie tries to make him the worst part of this movie. They give the man zero dialogue to work with. He's just regurgitating lines from previous Nightmare movies and having none of his own. And the original lines they do give him, they're just so boring and they come off across so flat, it's ridiculous. Now, as an on-screen presence as Freddy, Jackie is no Robert Englund, but I appreciate that he wasn't trying to go down that route. He was trying to be a more scary, more sinister Freddy. I think that could have worked if he had a better script to work with, because the one he worked with, it just cut his legs off, and the man was trying to make chicken salad out of chicken shit, while everyone else was making chicken shit with chicken salad. So, again, Jackie to me is the only real highlight of this thing. But he does have some original lines. Like, I do like the whole line exchange with him and Nancy. Nancy says, fuck you, and Freddy's like, ooh, sounds like fun. That whole little dialogue, and there's more to it than just that, but that whole little dialogue was pretty funny. And that's when, to me, Jackie actually was starting to come alive as Freddy a little bit. Starting to show some humor and energy. Because throughout the rest of this movie, they haven't put... Now, he's trying to put energy in a lot of the scenes he's in, but they're just like I said, they're handcuffing the man, and it sucks. He's like the best actor in this whole movie. He's outshining everyone, and you just let the man go. I think that if Jackie had a better script, he could have been a damn good Freddy, and a Freddy that could have carried the rest of the series into a next generation. But we will never know, because no other movie was made after this. And for damn good reason, because this was an unimpressive first outing. Okay, I'm done talking about this thing. My overall grade is going to be a 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 for Jackie Earle Haley, for Katie Cassidy, for a couple of scenes here and there. The rest of this movie is just bland, it's boring. A lot of the characters just don't work for me, and a lot of the performances are just so on autopilot. You just want to smack them all across the head and say, act, you boring sons of bitches. Anyway, I'm AJ Legend. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll check you back next time for more.